So I go into the sun on the way to work and back into the sun on the way home from work. So this is the kind of lighting that we're going to experience where my lower face is just a block of light. So enjoy. But I do want to share something with you today about winning. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. We all know that song, and if you don't, you should. But basically, there is more, according to science, to a win than, in layman's terms, we would predict. So there have been a lot of studies which actually show the effect of a win on animals like humans and other sorts of animals as well. So basically, even if your win is going to be against an unworthy opponent, even if you're just sort of shitting on someone, as they say, which I don't recommend and which is not the right way to go about this, but it does nevertheless scientifically enhance your brain chemistry. And I was kind of thinking about that in terms of, the persistent human quality of wanting to bully people. Like people, old people bully, young people bully, toddlers bully, babies when they're, have some faculties about them bully. And so it almost is like, on some level, those who are able to wield some manner of power do so because they know on an instinctual front that they're going to gain the sort of cocktail of testosterone and other hormones that science shows animals get when they beat an opponent of any capability, really. It's been shown that, if you're going to do a competitive sport, crushing a crappy team before you face your arch nemesis who's more equal to you is going to give you better chances against said nemesis. And I just found that to be really interesting. Apparently, it opens up your brain to have a win. So how does this affect, marketing or sales or other human interfacing disciplines? Is that when you do have a win, you are able to actually think more broadly and have more resources at your disposal. And it's almost, you have this success spiral. Recently in Oregon, where I live, we had, somewhat close to where I live, we had these massive wildfires. And they were started by a teenager who was throwing fireworks off a cliff. And the winning paradigm and the effects that you get and the ability to continue to win is kind of like that sort of wildfire. With the fact that all you have to do, like basically, the sparkler, the smoke bomb that he was throwing around was analogous to a win in this case. And then, basically, they call it catching fire. Like if you catch fire, you're just going to continue killing it. So don't misuse that, and don't, go for wins at too much of somebody else's expense. But, if you can engage in competition to sort of warm you up to your real prize, that is definitely a scientific insight to keep in mind. Thank you so much. This is Spencer with Load Off Coaching, and I deeply appreciate you watching, sharing, liking, and subscribing to my channel. Bye-bye.